Comisario, muchas gracias por estar.
Thank you very much indeed, Commissioner. I'd like to thank you very warmly for being here today, and I couldn't agree more when you say that we have shared objectives here and we need to work together on implementing the new proposals that you are recommending to us. I think we agree that many of the initiatives and proposals that have been put forward will be effective if we can do this. We have agreed with you very much, and you have incorporated a lot of our thinking into your proposals. I'd like to say too that I think this is an absolute principle of paramount importance, this file. We know that there have been some lamentable events taking place, but this is a huge opportunity for us at the same time to achieve a more balanced, equitable and fair tax system in the Eurozone, because we can't allow anything other. We can't allow the member states to be losing millions of euros that could be going into health and education or other productive sectors of the economy where they could be generating growth and jobs. So I very much welcome what I've heard from you today. I think what we do need to know, though, is what the Council's thinking is. And what I'd like to say is this. I'd like to know what your prediction would be. You have said a certain amount about your plans and intentions, but how far do you think the Council will actually be able to progress in the direction of achieving genuinely more equitable tax policy? What level of ambition would you think we can expect of the Council? And then secondly, Commissioner, on the question of international cooperation, this is absolutely essential, and it's essential that we manage to achieve this on the basis of proper, sincere and frank cooperation. I'd like to know what you think about the US authorities' position, for example. Do you think that they will be prepared to work together with us to try to achieve more equitable tax arrangements across the Atlantic? Thank you.
Bon, d'abord sur le Conseil.
Well, first of all, on the Council, I'll come back to the discussion that took place on Friday at the Council. For some 15 months now, I'd say we've got good relations with the Council, which means that we've been able to work at record speed with some of the proposals on tax rulings already, even if the Member States are going to continue to implement their own legislation. I found the initial discussions in Council to be positive to the extent that we heard comments from everybody on global objectives, the political commitment, and I welcome very warmly the efforts of the Dutch presidency. They've indicated that this is a top priority for them. They want to make rapid progress, and everybody's endorsed that. At the same time, as I've already said a couple of times in the past, I think that there are proposals that appear to be of eminently good sense, like BEPS. But sometimes when you tease out the detail, you find that there isn't actually a global agreement, and that some of the defects of our market are going to remain in place. And this would absolutely be what we want to avoid, which is, as I said, unpicking the agreement. I can give you more detailed explanations on this later if you were to wish, but I think it is absolutely essential that the Commission stands firm and that the Member States realise that the Parliament is with us so that we can make genuine progress and do so rapidly. This is a matter on which there's a vast amount of consensus. There's been a huge amount of work on G20, in your committee, in the OECD. I don't think it's necessary for there to be blockages along the way. It will be essential for Member States to take certain legislative measures, but I hope they'll do so. As to international cooperation with the US, well, I think there may be certain points of tension, but I'd certainly say that exchanges with the Treasury would seem to suggest that there is some wish on their part to make progress too. There's FACTA, there's also the fact that they are signed up to the BEPS proposals as well. Many of their Treasury team have specifically said so and were instrumental in launching it. And I think that the G20 will continue to be meeting on this. We've got a meeting in Shanghai next week. There will be other things that will be discussed there, but we will certainly be talking about this with them. And therefore, I think that, to be honest, we have the support of the G20 in general terms. There's a great movement towards transparency, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Thank you.